I actually have Anastasia Beverly Hills, their skin tint, which has been kind of viral all throughout 2025. I'm filming this now in the new year of 2026, but I've heard a lot about this beauty balm, and I end up getting the shade 13 along with Anastasia's Smooth Blur Contour Stick, because I've heard some good things. I've heard some mixed things about this one, but I really want to try it. I also even got Rare Beauty's soft pinch matte bouncy blush, and I got mine in the color Thriving. So I want to try these out today, see how the color match is, and see if I can get a nice little new look for the new year. So the box with the beauty balm, as I said, I got shade 13. I actually already know what this looks like because I already unboxed it and opened it up and just kind of swatched a little bit of it. Just coming out of the tube there, that almost looks like a deodorant. You'll see there the color. It is a really interesting kind of neutral shade with gold undertone. The unfortunate thing with this particular line from Anastasia is that there's not a lot of color range, and the color range that would be appropriate for me was between 13, which I have in my hand, and 14, which I thought would be unfortunately a little bit too dark for me, but I feel like this is going to be light. But I'm going to try it out anyways on my full face and then see if I can make somewhat of a coherent makeup look. So I'm going to push out the applicator a little bit and then just kind of swipe in broad strokes. So it does have a little bit of a cooler undertone, which I don't mind, but it's kind of not what it's branded as. Like neutral is one thing, but if you're gonna say like golden, to me golden doesn't really denote to me gray-ish, so it does look really cool. Like this would be something would be more appropriate, like just looking at it, for winter wear. Like I don't know if this would be something for the summer, but I will say it feels good on the skin. There's a lot of emollients that you can tell in it. It's supposedly supposed to have like a lot of skincare benefits. There's at least supposed to be 8, I think I read, ingredients that are supposed to be used for it. 8 potent ingredients. Going by just the ingredient list, I see that there is like shea butter, for example, within it. There's coconut oil, there's sunflower oil, there's castor oil. So very heavy emollient type butters to give it that balmy serum like texture. So I wish that there was a color in between 13 and 14. I find this is something that I run into with a lot of makeup brands. It's not exclusive to Anastasia Beverly Hills, where there is the color range, and that when it comes to my color, like I'm always in between. It is so hard to get a good match because I feel like I run from like olive tone to neutral to a little bit of pink to a little bit of yellow, and it's so tricky for me. Like I can't believe at my big age it's still hard for me to pick out foundation matches. I genuinely do try my best though. I've definitely gotten better because I have been using makeup for quite a while, but I don't have it perfected down as far as shade matches for foundation. So this is my face much closer in. As you can see, very like matte, not matte like as in the feel or the texture of it, just like my face looks flat, like not a lot of like vibrance in it. And part of like the phrasing of this is supposed to be like boosted skin. When I see words boosted, I feel like there's supposed to be like a vibrance going on in it, but it just makes me look just a teensy bit flat. But the formula itself is very comfortable. There's definitely moisturization in it. As I said, there's a lot of emollients that are in it, and because Sephora had a sale on this is the reason why I got it, because I wouldn't have gotten it at full price, that's for sure. I'm just putting on a little bit more and then blending out with this dense foundation brush. Okay, so that is how it looks on. I'm gonna go ahead and then add some concealer off camera. It'll be interesting to get a match of concealer that is kind of going to be in like the same color house as this. This is a very unique shade. I'll say that. I went ahead and added just a little bit of concealer under my eyes and just lightly on some discoloration. I use House Labs. This is their Triclone Tech concealer in 41, which is a neutral. It's a little bit in the same color house as this tint. I can tell you right now, it feels fine on the face. It's definitely not meant to be like a full coverage type thing where you're supposed to get like flawless filter look. It's definitely a product that is built and made for just like everyday daily wear. You just want to have something on your face just to give you a little bit of moisture, make you look a little bit more even, like a 5-minute makeup type girly. So I get that part of it. The functionality of it makes sense. I like that it's small. It's something that you can easily throw in the bag. As I said, the formula itself has a lot of moisturizing elements, even though oils technically are not moisture, but you know, emollient, especially for like winter, you know, you want something that has a little bit more something to give your skin a little bit more of a hydrated look. I just wish the colors spectrum was better. I'm gonna now start using the contour. And this I have not tried yet. I know this is the darkest shade in Cast Shadow, and contour is a little bit different from bronzing because it is just to do that, is to cast shadow. So actually I really like that packaging. The packaging is really cool. Very nice. So gonna uncap it. That is what Cast Shadow looks like. Let me bring it up. So this is supposed to be for medium to dark skin tones, so I believe it will be appropriate. I'm just gonna put it in areas that naturally would cast some shadow, and we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit just down my nose here, just to create a little shadow there, and a little bit on the other side of the nose here, connecting from the eyebrow. I'm gonna add just a little bit on the sides of my cheeks there because I have a pretty round face. So just to create a little bit more dimension there. And I'm just gonna put some just along the jawline to chisel out some bit. It's very creamy formula, which I like. I tend to like using like contouring type products or bronzers that are cream based. I do have some bronzing powders. I don't have any contour powders, but for this is definitely cooler in tone. And I'm gonna see if I can blend this out. I just have to find the perfect blush to do so. So actually I'm gonna use like a smaller concealer brush. This one's from Real Techniques and it probably could do for a wash. And I'm gonna see if I can use that to kind of softly blend out to create some dimension there. Okay. Just gonna bring it down my nose a bit. Just to create some natural shadow. Well, it's not natural, but you know what I mean. And then I'm going to use a little bit like a more of an angled dense brush. This is a Sephora one, I believe. It's supposed to be like the HD foundation brush, but I kind of like it sometimes to blend out, you know, products like this. I'm just gonna start blending out here. It's very pigmented. I might have done a little bit too much as far as the carving out. But it's a very creamy formula, so I'll give it that. Okay, so that's not bad. Does create some shadows. a little intimidated at first, I'm not gonna lie. Just gonna bring down my neck a little bit. So I'm just gonna dot just a little bit on my forehead there, and again I'm going to use the same dense brush with an angle and just kind of blend out a wee bit. Just gonna maybe add some depth to my crease there and blend that out a teensy bit. There, just adding some, you know, natural shadow there. That product's not too bad. It does look really intimidating out the tube, but it does actually blend out pretty nicely. So cast shadow is not too bad as far as the smooth blur contour. I want to just lay down a teensy bit of the soft pinch from Rare Beauty. This is in Thriving. I always mess up these boxes. Oh, I always rip them. Oh, what is it with my grip? So this is the color I got in Thriving. It's supposed to be a really girly, bright berry color. I also got the color, I think it's Grateful, which is like a muted red, which looks really pretty on, but I'm just gonna use this one today because it's brand spanking new, haven't used it at all. And I'm going to use a dense Real Techniques brush that you can use for multiple different reasons. This is like their expert face brush. You can use it for foundation, what have you, but I'm going to use it to pack on some blush. And look how pretty that is already. Ah! I really do like Rare Beauty blushes. They're so nice. I used to be all about her liquid ones, but they're so damn concentrated. It does almost too damn good of a job. But this is very pretty. I always complain about how my camera picks up on pigment, but in person it is beautiful. I also have a bit of blush blindness. I'm not gonna hold you. I do, but oh well, because I love blush. Blush is amazing. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. All right, so 10 out of 10, no notes. Not that I'm surprised. I knew that I would like it because one thing Rare Beauty does well is blushes. I'm going to finish off now with some setting spray. I'm actually going to use two. First, I'm going to use the one size, and this is the Melty Powdery Finish Powder Melt Spray. You've probably seen this like everywhere if you're into makeup hardcore. It's supposed to kind of melt everything in together as the name applies. So I'm going to spritz some on me. And it just kind of gives you that immediate like glow. And I'm also going to use a teensy bit of fixing mist. So I like using the Revolution Super Fix sometimes, so I'm going to use that as well. For setting powder, I used a touch of Makeup Forever's setting powder, just around basically the concealer, like around my eyes and things like that. So this is my completed look. So as far as my final thoughts for the Anastasia Balm, this is the Beauty Balm Serum Boosted Skin Tint. I want a little bit more color range. I don't know if there's any plans on expanding this line. I just think if this is going to be like a mainstay product, wider ranges, but that could be a critique for many beauty brands, unbelievably still going forward. But 13 is a little bit ghastly on, like it does come off like almost grayish in tone. It's super cool. There might be someone that this fits, but for me, I don't think it perfectly fits my skin. You could make it work with other products to kind of give you a little bit more life back in the face. I wasn't expecting this to be like a full coverage thing. I wanted to just be something that had a nice color to it, that was moisturizing, that could be comfortable wear for daily use. So definitely comfortable wear as far as the emollients in it. Definitely small enough that you can throw in a bag. I probably will use it just because I purchased it, and if I want to put on makeup that's like super quick, like legitimately under 5 minutes, this would be a good product to go for. But color wise, I do wish it was a better match. I'm going to be honest about that. As far as the Smooth Blur Contour Stick from Anastasia Beverly Hills as well, this is a nice one. You can get a little heavy handed with it, just be careful. This is the darkest shade in the range. I don't know if this would be great for skin tones darker than me, but I can tell you if you're around my skin tone, this is pretty good as far as contour. If you're looking for like a cool tone shadow just to bring out some areas of the face, I didn't go like super duper heavy. Maybe just around the jawline was the heaviest I went with it, but I think it does a pretty good job. Blends out pretty nicely, and it is a nice creamy formula as well, which is what I prefer if I'm going to use products like contour and or bronzer. So this is nice as well. Oh man, I love the blush. The main review was going to be about the Anastasia products, but I am super happy with Rare Beauty. I love their blushes. That is nothing new. I think most people that try Rare Beauty, they have nothing but great things to say about the blush. The Soft Pinch Matte Bouncy blush is really pretty. I'm wearing Thriving. Beautiful pop of color, berry. I enjoy it immensely. And if anyone cares, I use the one size powder melt, and it's good just if you feel like you got cake face. I wasn't really super matte, but I like using it. It's super cooling on the skin. It melts everything nicely, kind of gives you like a nice dewy glow, kind of brings out everything really nicely. So those are my final thoughts. I hope this was helpful to you. Let me know if you are a fan of Anastasia Beverly Hills products in general. I typically like the eyebrow products, which is what it's known for. I dabble in the lipsticks, and I have a few of the lip pencils from the brand as well. Don't have a lot of complexion products. This, I just wish there was more shade range, but let me know your thoughts, and thank you for watching. Till the next one.